Hey everybody, Ryan here at etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at your best trailer wiring options for your 2019 Ford Ranger. So today we're going to be talking about two kits, and they're both going to have 7-way connectors. Right here we're going to have the Curt, and right here we're going to have the Tekonsha. So right off the bat, before we start talking about the differences between the kits, I'd just like to give you my opinion on which one I would personally choose for my Ranger. If I had to choose one of these, I think I would go with the Curt. That's for a couple of reasons. One of them being, it's more or less just going to plug right into the factory harness, and it's going to use all those factory outputs to power up our 7-way. With that being said, the major difference between these two kits is how the 12-volt auxiliary is going to get its power. As I just mentioned, the Curt's just going to take it from the factory harness, as to where the Tekonsha, what you're going to have to do is actually run an individual power wire up to the battery, and that's how it's going to get its power. Now, doing it this way can have an advantage depending on your situation. Really just depends. Since this is always going to have power even when the truck is off, this will allow you to maybe operate a winch that's on your trailer, or maybe turn on some lights if you're working on it. However, the Curt is still going to put that power output only when it is running, whenever you turn the truck on. So as I said, this will let you do that stuff and you don't have to have the truck running. However, one thing you have to keep in mind is, since it's always going to have power, say if you do leave your trailer plugged in overnight or for an extended period of time that has those batteries on it, that is going to affect the battery in your Ranger, because there's constantly going to be a draw on it. As opposed to the Curt, you could leave your trailer plugged in more or less forever, and it's not going to affect your battery at all. So with each kit being designed the way it is, that's also going to affect the installation. The Curt, simply just going to tap into the factory wiring harness, and then you're just going to have a ground wire that you'll secure to chassis ground, then plug in your 7-way at the other end of the connector. The Tekonsha will be more or less the same thing as far as tapping into the factory connector and plugging in your 7-way. However, this power wire, you're going to have to take this length of it and run it up to your battery. Then you'll connect a fuse holder and attach it to your power source that way. And just one other minor difference I found really between the two, and it's not really a huge deal, is the length of the harness. The Curt is going to be a little bit longer than the Tekonsha. So more or less just give you a few more mounting locations, but like I said, these are both going to be long enough to mount up to your hitch. With that being said though, they're going to come with everything you need to get installed, all your zip ties and everything else. The one thing I do wish on each end that they would come with would be a mounting bracket. So you are going to have to acquire a bracket to mount up your 7-way plug to your trailer hitch, and if you need one of those, you can find it here at eTrailer. So just to give you an idea of what the 7-way could look like on the back of your Ranger, here's how ours looks today, mounted up to a couple of brackets on the hitch. Now both of the kits are going to provide us with all of those signals. We're going to have our right turn, left turn, tail lights, brake lights, reverse lights, that 12-volt power output, as well as an electric brake signal. That way in the future, if you need to use a brake controller, you should be able to pair it up with this and provide that brake signal to your trailer. But overall, both kits are going to get the job done, and which one you want is really just going to depend on if it's a big deal, if you need a 12-volt power source all the time, as opposed to just when the truck is running. And that'll finish up our look at of our best trailer wiring options for your Ford Ranger. I hope this information helps you when deciding which trailer wiring to get for your truck.